Jack Walker, I wish you'd get out from under my feet. If you did some serving now and then, you'd have some excuse for standing daydreaming.
I'm sorry, love, but I've just been weighing young Harry Hewitt up there. He looks proper fed up. It's not often you see Harry so down. He's miles away.
He does look under the weather, doesn't he? Go and cheer him up, love.
Not till I.
Oh, sorry, Jack.
Hey,
carry on.
All right, lad, I'm just doing a bit of mopping up, that's all. No wrong with a bitter, is there?
No, I wouldn't be drinking it if there was.
That's what I'm getting at. You're not.
Oh, I see what you mean. No, but it's fine. Smash it.
No else wrong, is there?
No, I was just having a little think to myself, you know.
Is it, Harry?
Oh, no.
When it's full, it's a good idea to empty it. It's what's called tidying up. They do it in pubs. Something up, Harry?
Ah, don't you start. Jack's just been trying to throw bitter down plug hole for me. You don't have to worry about me, you know, look.
Now, we're not worried about you, don't you flatter yourself. Jack's worried because he's afraid you may be off your game, and I'm worried because you're too good a customer to stand looking at one pint till closing time. Now, what'll you have?
Ah, come on, this one's on the house.
Oh, you want your bottom smacking the pair of you. Go on, I'll have a pint just to prove it's not off.
Joking apart, Harry, if there is anything bothering you, and I'm not one for poking my nose in where it's not wanted, but it does sometimes do you good to have someone to tell your troubles to.
There you are,
Thanks very
lad.
much.
That'll put the skin on your back like velvet.
Oh, cheers. Women. No, it's me, his sister, Alice. Yeah, aren't you having a drink with me?
No, Jack's busy serving, aren't you, Jack? You know, they'll die of thirst in Snug if you don't budge yourself. He's a right washerwoman. He'd stand nattering all night if you'd let him. What's this about your sister, Harry?
Well, you remember that letter I was telling you about?
Did you mention it?
Aye, well, she's coming down to see me, you see. Since old John Harris died, she's a bit of a loose end. You know, she was housekeeper for him for years.
I know, but I don't see what you can do. You can't give her a job.
Well, I don't think it's a job she's after. What I'm afraid of is she's looking for somewhere to live. Yeah, anyway, aren't you going to have a drink, any, Walker?
Oh, thanks. I'll have a stout.
Right,
Thanks
look.
very much. And don't you get on with your Alice, then, Harry?
Oh, aye. I only see her once every Preston Gill. It's just that you know, got used to doing things on my own, like. Anyway, not to worry. It may be nothing to do with that, and I shall find out soon enough whether or not.
You find some iron and black and tan if you don't mind, love.
All right, oh, come in, Walter. No rest for wicked.
Hard luck.
Evening, Mrs. Sharples. Lovely evening.
Is it?
Well, it's not raining, is it?
I thought you'd come banging me door down for this time of the night to give me a weather forecast.
Well, I'd come to give you something you lost, but if you're going to bite the head off, I'll not bother. Findings, keepings when all's said and done.
You talking to me or chewing a brick?
I'm talking to you if you listen. You left your gloves at Snape's Cafe and I brought 'em back for you.
Well, there's not many that have done that.
Ah, well, she found her when she was clearing up last night, and me being the little angel that I am, said I'd bring 'em back for you.
Oh, well, since you're here, you might as well come in. I'm just finishing a cup of tea and I can't stand nattering here all night.
Oh, thanks.
Well, wipe your feet if you're coming into my vestry. If your mother doesn't mind you walking up and you can't, she doesn't say the ground, no.
Oh, you're all right with me. I only take time, sweet.
Oh, I'll sit you down. You're growing no quicker for standing.
It's very nice and cosy in here, isn't it, Mrs. Sharples?
Aye, surprising what a little bit of elder grease will do. Doesn't clean itself, you know. That's why I've no time to be sitting on my behind pulling other folks to pieces like some do. Well, you're getting very thick with Sylvia Snape all of a sudden, aren't you? And she's got a cheek for making you running her ends. What do you think you are, the lost property department or something?
You see, I'm working for her now, part-time at the cafe. Waitressing and that.
Oh, yeah, are you?
Yeah. 2 nights a week, 7 while half 10. I just got in tonight. She said she'd found your gloves, so she's given me 5 minutes to bring 'em round for you.
Well, she got all day. She didn't need to have to bother you about it. She's only round corner. 7 while 10, 2 nights a week, and having you running your errands as well, by gum. She wants a pound of flesh.
Well, I don't mind. It's given me a chance for a bit of a sit-down.
Oh, well, you'll need it in that cafe and all. I don't suppose she's paying you any more than she needs to,
Well,
is
I'm
she?
not as daft as I look, Mrs. Sharples. I'll have enough saved up to go on my holidays after a few months of waiting on. I don't mind a bit of work, so long as I get something out of it.
Well, it's nice to hear some of you young uns talk like that. There's too many of them making a career around here twice a week down at the Labour Exchange. Hey, they're a common lot round here. You know, I could write a book about them. Take that night of the gas mains caught fire. I took the whole street in, and I gave them warmth and shelter out of the goodness of my heart, guarding over them like they was my own, like the orphans in the storm, and not so much as a tar very much from one of them.
Are you having a cup of tea then, Mrs. Sharples?
No, I'm plaiting seaweed, but if you sit in there fancy and you'll find a cup on there, your legs are younger than mine.
Tell you the truth, I'm a bit of a tea belly on the quiet.
Ah, well, you want to tell that boss of yours about her tea, then. It's no stronger than hot water. I've told her myself, but I might just as well talk to that wall. There you are, I can put your own sugar in, you're not helpless.
Fine.
And not so much of the Ina, Mrs. Sharples to you. Just because you're getting a cup of tea, you mustn't get familiar, you know.
Sorry, Mrs. Sharples.
Well, when are you going on your holidays, then, when you've made your pile at Mrs. Snape's?
Well, I'd thought of going on one of them 5 capital tours, but I'll probably end up at holiday camp, knowing me.
You want to go abroad, you go. There's not like a bit of travel, I'm all for it myself. Mind you, there's some round here, you know, think they're charting the Ganges when they're walking along the canal bank. They know nowt. Daft at and a gob full of candy floss and they think they're happy, you know. By gum, I've not done much travelling myself, but if I'd half a chance, I'd be off. You wouldn't see me for dust, and Coronation Street could go and stick its head in the gas oven.
Ah, well, I better get on my holidays, had it. I'll get shot.
Well, don't let her give you any of her old book. If she'd had out about it, she'd have brought them gloves back herself. Hey, where are they? You haven't given them me yet.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Sharples. Honest, I'm getting worse. Well, thanks for a cup of tea. Ta-ra, then.
Well, think on when you get back. Tell her to try putting a few tea leaves in that hot water she charges threepence a cup for. Hey, I don't know. Sloppy apers.
So you reckon you're all right now, do you, love? Remember a good old-fashioned belt on the side of that till if he gets stuck and starts playing silly beggars. And give him a nice big smile when they're ordering. That's it, love. Funny how a nice smile and oh, be joyful eyes can make some lads fancy another cup of tea and a bacon sandwich. Mind you mustn't flaunt yourself. Just watch me and you'll be all right.
Oh, it's all right. I've had plenty of practice at that. It's the story of my life.
Of course, you mustn't try coming it with the women, you know. You just do your job like butter wouldn't melt in your mouth.
Do you not sell many barn cakes, Mrs. Snape?
Oh, I do as a rule. Oh, it's funny. There's been a run on them today. Do you not like them, Doreen?
Oh, aye. I like a barn cake, now and then. Well, do we get very busy? I mean, are we on go all the time?
Oh, good grief, no. Of course, we get run off our feet like from time to time, but it's only in spasms. Anyway, kid, if you ever fancy a barn cake or anything, help yourself. We're not to tuppence. Any road. It's a big chance. Your first customers. Now, think on. Lovely big smile. Give your face a treat.
Oh, it's all right. I don't need 10. Not with him. Good evening.
Hello. Here, what are you doing here?
I'm the head waitress. Do you mind?
Well, now we've all been introduced, can we have a bit of service?
Well, as soon as this gentleman gives me his order.
Ah, yeah, well, what do you fancy, love?
Cup of tea, thanks.
Is that what you want?
Yeah, just a cup of tea.
Right, 2 tea, please.
2 teas. With milk.
Yes, please.
Righto, sir.
Oh, get her. Well, you know, you'll never get fat if you don't eat out.
And well, just what do you mean by that, John Beckerson?
No, what I said, like, you'll never get fat if you don't eat out.
And who's fat? As a matter of fact, I'm on a diet.
Well, you've known me, because I think you're all right like you are. I think you're lovely.
Oh, you're going to sweep me off my feet. Anyway, it's just as well, because I don't think you're so bad either. Even though you are getting a corporation.
Eh? Who is?
2 teas with milk.
Ta.
You're welcome. Shall I empty your ashtray?
There's nothing in it, it's now to empty.
Oh, no. Well, thank you.
Ta. You know, if we only have cups of tea every time we go out, we'll be able to get married 6 months earlier.
It's all right, you joking, but the amount of tea you drink in a month would buy 4 legs of a bed and a bolster.
You know, I'm quite looking forward to getting married, you know.
Oh?
Well, I'll be able to have cups of tea without being played with every time.
Yeah, you will, as long as you make it.
Good.
Oh, been a bit of a terror in my time, you know. Pictures, lads, dancing. I've done my share of jitterbug, I can tell you that. Of course, I got a bit more sense when I settled down and married Bernard. That's Mr. Snape. Now I'm more for long walks and gold bangles.
What does your husband do? You know, what does he work at for a living?
He's a commercial traveller.
Is he? Who for?
Now you get your skates on and see what's what. There's another customer coming. I'll do my jitterbugging round the back and see how the fire is. Won't be a tick.
Hey, come here a minute.
What, love?
Oh, I thought so.
What's the matter?
You've got a blackhead on your nose.
Blooming neck, is that all? I thought it had dropped off the way you're looking at it.
Well, you don't want a blackhead, do you? I'll squeeze it for you when we get home.
Yeah, well, Eccles like, it hurts, does that?
Big soft kids, right heroes you men are.
Well, what's wrong with having a blackhead? One rotten bit of a blackhead.
One! I wish I had as many pound nose, Joe. You mustn't wash yourself properly.
Look, it so happens I happen to have a very sensitive skin, you see.
Oh, well, you will look lovely, won't you? Up to your ears in bridesmaid, your best suit on, a lovely flower in your jacket and a clock full of blackheads. Honest, talk about the blushing bride, I'll die of shame.
All right, if it'll make you any happy, I'll let you squeeze it for me later on. Anything for a quiet life.
Right, I'll see to you when we get home.
A minute. Is there anything else you'd like to find fault with? Right?
No, you'll do, blackheads and all.
Pardon me for
All
interrupting,
right.
but if you finished your tea, I'll take your cup, sir.
All right, we're finished. Ah.
Was it all right then?
Yes, thanks, yes.
Could have been a bit stronger.
Well, you're strong enough.
Well, before you start feeling his muscles, can we get us another 2 cups?
Right, yeah, 2 teas.
You've no need to ask him, he still takes milk.
Oh, pardon me for living.
You know, it'd be funny on our honeymoon, Joe.
What'll be funny about it?
Just the 2 of us.
Oh, we'd look funny if we were 3 of us, wouldn't we?
I know, that's what I mean. Won't be the same somehow without her hanging round your neck.
Aye, there's no doubt about it. Travel broadens the mind. It opens your eyes to the wonders of the Lord and his bounty.
Aye, but they live different to us abroad, don't they? I mean, it's not like what we have to put up with, is it?
Oh, it's beautiful. And the pubs don't close either. Not like here, shouting time as soon as you get a glass in your hand.
Mind you, there's a lot of foreigners there, isn't there?
Where?
Abroad. I mean, they don't talk like us for a start, do they? Not proper.
What I was saying is it's an education to see what goes on in the world.
You know, you want to keep your ears open when Ina's talking. You might learn something.
I went to London on one of Clough's coaches for Festival of Britain.
Ah, well, you would, wouldn't you?
I got a 5-shilling piece. I've still got it behind clock in scullery.
Have you? You're a proper little Dr. Livingstone when you get going, aren't you? You're slopping your stout.
Well, I don't see out wrong with days out. We can always have a nice sing-song on the way home.
Ah, but you can't really trust them, can you?
Who?
Abroad.
Well, what about it?
Well, you can't trust them. You've got to be careful.
You can't trust who?
Foreigners.
Well, do you think you've got that they'd fancy?
Well, are we having another one then?
Oh, but I've been just wondering where young Billy Walker is. I think if I was to see him, he might bring him round for us. He made a man of him being abroad. He was in Hong Kong, you know. Place on its own is Hong Kong.
Oh, I don't know that I should fancy it much. Riding up and down in one of them rickshaws. You could have a very nasty fall, you know.
We could do with 1 or 2 of them rickshaws on our bus routes. They wouldn't be stopping every 2 minutes for a smoke if they were lugging one of them things up and down.
I think young Billy's round in public. We'll all have to get our own.
I'll have a stout if you're getting up, Minnie. And get a packet of crisps while you're there.
Consent to the same again, please, love.
Same coming up.
Oh, I haven't had a chance to ask you. You enjoyed the dance, did you? Last Friday. Tear the place apart.
Oh, I enjoyed myself a treat, thank you very much, Mr. Hewitt. Best dance I've been to this year.
Oh, was it? And did your young man enjoy it?
Well, I didn't go out of my way to find out, but I think he did well enough. At least I didn't hear him complaining.
Didn't let the festivities go to his head, then?
And what exactly do you mean by that, Mr. Hewitt?
Well, it's a ball like that isn't exactly tea and parking at the Mothers' Union, is it?
Well, if your Hinton was my escort the worse for drink, then let me put your mind at rest. Mr. Michael Regan, were the truth but known, behaved himself like the perfect gentleman that he is, before, during, and after the dance. And that'll be 1 and 4 you only.
I beg your pardon. And when are you seeing this gentleman from Ireland again? 17th of Old Ireland?
Oh, not at all. Mr. Michael Regan and I'll be seeing quite a lot of each other in the very near future.
Oh, I can't have. I only got them on Thursday.
Well, yeah, there's more ladder there than stocking.
3 and 11 last Thursday dinner. Doesn't it make you want to spit? Oh, I'm a blooming sight more holy than godly, aren't I?
Never mind, kid. The lads won't look at your legs, whether or not.
Oh, won't they? You don't go out round here in short skirts. Their eyes come out like organ stops. They're all the same. I went to the pictures with one of them.
Hey, up, tell me in a sec. I've got another customer. I haven't seen her before.
Yes, please.
Have you got the right time, please, miss?
Oh, well, I'm 10 minutes fast, so it'll be just coming up to 20 to 8.
Mine's a bit slow. Yes, well, let's see then. I'll have a cup of coffee, please, and I'll try one of those fancy cakes with cream on.
Them next to the custards?
No, the fancy ones. There, on the other side. There, staring at you.
Oh, yeah. And a cup of coffee it was.
It was. Just one moment, miss.
Yeah?
I don't know if you've noticed, but this cream cake looks as if it's been on the floor. It's got little specks of dirt all over it. Can you see?
Oh, aye. Does look a bit dusty.
Yes, you see. Well, that's what I said. You must serve clean food, you know, when you cater for the public.
Well, I'll take it back then.
That's it. You must be very careful with confectionery, you know. It soils very quickly unless it's well covered with a clean cloth.
Well, it was till I put it on the counter.
Yes, but you didn't use tongs, did you? And those cake stands should really be covered. You don't mind me telling you, do you?
No. I'll just go and throw it in the dustbin.
Is there something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing to upset yourself about. I was just pointing out to your young lady assistant about this cake. I'm afraid it's rather dirty.
Oh, I am sorry. I'll get you a fresh one from back. I don't know how that can have happened, getting dirt on like that.
Yes, well, you see, what you really need is a display case on your counter. I think you'd find it much more hygienic, and you'd get a lot less complaints from your customers.
We never get no complaints. It's the first mucky cake we've ever had in here, is that?
I'll get you another one straight away.
No, thank you. I've got to be going in a minute.
Do you think Her Majesty, Queen Tanakapam's all right now?
Oh, I think so. Who is she?
Oh, I
Do you
don't
know?
know. I've never seen her before. I don't want to see her again either. It's a wonder she didn't tell us to get her hair done while she were at it. I don't know if you've noticed, but this cream cake looks as though it's been on the floor. Proper little Hawaiian flipping out, she.
I know, we can get a bit more bothered.
Oh, right. So what you scanning at?
Not much.
Right, well, you've had your rifle. What do you want?
What do you got? Worth having.
Well, there's me on toast. Now, take you up, the pair of you.
Got anything for a penny?
Aye, gents' lavatory first on the right. Now, what about Yogi Bear here?
Well, a jukebox in this dump. It's dead in here.
Oh, well, you won't be staying then, will you? Close the door on your way out.
All right, we're going. Don't blow a gasket.
Hey, what's the time then?
I cast me garter. Good night.
Tell out of 10 for that kid. You did that lovely. Oh, they get on me with them teddy boys at times. Coming in here with their 12-inch bottoms and a mouthful of cheek.
Yeah, well, I'll have to get up early in the morning to catch me. They're a whole lot of talk. Anyway, I think you should have them now for a week or two.
Well, thanks a lot, love.
Oh, you're welcome, Mrs. Snape. Yeah, I wonder how old Frozen Chops over there's getting on.
Oh, I think she's happy enough now.
Proper awkward streak of wind, ain't she?
I don't know, I've seen worse. We get 'em all in here, you know. Hey, kid, fancy living with that.
Oh, nice. They come in.
Here's what I said I'd bring you.
Oh, thanks very much. Yeah, it must cost you a bob or two, this.
Oh,
The students.
go on with you. I know you and your meat pie dinners. You need something good inside you. Go on, put it on a plate.
I'll just put it in the scullery then. Come in, huh?
Down. Just put it on a plate and cover it with a bit of
I'll
greaseproof
do
paper.
Right, well, sit so down.
Oh, so. My word, you look very neat and tidy in here, Harry. Been having a bit of a spring clean.
Oh, I'm waiting up my sister, Elsie.
Oh,
She's coming down tonight. We're having a heart talk.
dear. Of course, she'll have finished housekeeping now while Mr. Howard's died, won't she?
Ah, yes, that's right. Anyhow, you know, I expect that she's got a little... Oh, that'll be her now. No, you stay here. You'll be all right.
Yes, thank you.
Right. I think you know Esther, don't you?
Yes, of course I do. Hello, Esther. I didn't know you were here. How have you been keeping?
Oh, muddling through, you know, mustn't grumble. How are you?
Oh, I'm managing, thank you. We all have our troubles, but it's no good letting them get you down, is it?
No.
Let me take your coat, though. You sit down.
Oh, it's all right, love. I'll hang it up. You sit down. You've been working all day. I must say, it's nice to see you again. You too, Esther. Although I think you've gone a bit thinner, Harry. You don't look at all up to scratch. Where are those nice rosy cheeks you used to have?
Oh, get away, Elsie. Alice, I'm getting an old man now.
An old man, go away. You're just in the prime of your life. You're letting yourself go, that's the trouble.
Well, I just brought him some stewing steak, as a matter of fact.
There you are, you see, Harry. You're not eating like you should, and it's not fair on Esther having to keep her eye on you, you
No,
know.
don't look as bad as all that. Well, Esther doesn't mind once in a way, do you, love?
Of course I don't. You know that. What were you thinking of doing then, Alice, now that you're on your own?
Well, I haven't made any definite arrangements yet. That's what I want to talk to our Harry about.
I thought you might be retiring, Alice. I mean, he did leave you some money, didn't he?
Well, he did and he didn't, in a way. He promised me he would the very day I went to be his housekeeper.
I remember it was just like yesterday.
Oh, you were manageress at his mill canteen first, weren't you?
Oh, yes, for many years. 200 hungry workers every day, and a 3-course lunch all ready for them, piping hot and a choice of sweet into the bargain. Then one day Mr. John came to me and he said, Mrs. Burgess, he said, you've made this place more like a palace than a canteen. I'm asking you if you'll come and be my housekeeper and do the same there. Well, I took over that house and I made it spotless. Spotless. It was like a new pin. And it took some running, you know, a house that size.
He didn't let you down after all that, did he?
Oh, no. He did promise that when his time came, I wouldn't want for anything, that he'd take good care of me in his will.
And didn't he?
Well, as a matter of fact, he did leave me a little bit. £250.
Very nice.
I'll say, that's more than I earned in a fortnight with overtime.
Oh, I'm very grateful, naturally, but money isn't everything, is
No,
it?
not unless you haven't got it, it isn't.
Well, I really must be going. It isn't getting
Sure.
the ironing done.
Right, Anna.
Oh, bye-bye then, Alice. It has been nice to see you. Look after yourself.
Oh, I will. Bye-bye, love.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for the student session.
Oh, that's all right. Now, just remember, bring it to the boil and simmer it. Alice will show you.
Oh, don't you worry about him, love. I'll see that he doesn't go hungry.
Sit down now, then. I'll see myself out.
All right, all. Thanks again.
Well, you've let yourself get into a state, haven't you?
Sure. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about this house. It needs a good dusting and polishing from top to bottom, and well, you know it.
Give us a chance. I haven't had a chance to dust around yet. I've got to go to work as well, you know.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Harry. You can't go out to work and run a house, you know. I couldn't either. You can't do both. What you really need is a woman in this house.
Aye, so I've been told.
And quite rightly. Now, no arguments, Harry. You know I'm right. I mean, running a house is nothing to me. If you left it to me, you could have all the time in the world to be out enjoying yourself.
Don't do so bad as it is.
Well, I mean, you could be out with your friends in the evening. Tonight, for example. I'm sure there are lots of other things you'd rather be doing than sitting at home, a lad of your age.
Aye, well, a couple of hours off the beer won't kill me. You'll stay for a cup of tea, won't you, look?
She wants to come and live with him, but I don't think Harry's playing. He's not keen.
You know Harry, though. If his sister's in any kind of a hole, he'll help her out.
I wouldn't bank on it. He was in here earlier on telling me all about it, and he seemed in two minds then. I don't think he'll take her in.
I'll bet her feet are under his table before this night's out.
And I'll bet you she's out of that front door before you can get the double top.
Right.
But there's more than you involved, isn't there, Harry?
What do you mean?
Well, there's Lucille. What about her?
Aye, well, what about her?
Oh, she needs looking after, of course.
Well, they look after her very well at that place. I mean, she doesn't want for anything, and they can give her a downsight better home than I can.
Yes, better than you can on your own, but not if I was here. Harry Hewitt, your daughter's in an orphanage. An orphanage. Now, don't tell me they can give her the home and happiness that I can, because I won't have it. You both need taking care of properly, and I'm the one to do it.
Now, well, it's all right talking, Alice, but you might not like it here. I mean, Lucille's a big girl now, and I've got set in my ways. I mean, you might not find me so easy to get on with.
I'll take a chance on that, Harry Hewitt. Why, it's no more than my duty. You could have that girl here tomorrow, where she belongs. She's at that age when she needs a father. Now, it's up to you, Harry. You've only got to say the word.
Well, that's settled then. When do you want to move in?
Hey, I don't know, Jack. I'm playing as that bad as that new centre forward of ours. Except that he misses the Ardens and all.
Ah, 15,000 we paid for him. 15,000 quid. And he's always on his behind. Open goal, going begging, and where is he? On his behind.
Ah, well, they can't afford 15,000 quid and studs in his boots and all, you know. But you mark my words, he'll play for England one day.
Ah, England ladies.
Talking about me again?
What you have, usual?
Usual pint, please, Jack.
You got that bit of business fixed up then?
Aye.
Oh, well, that'll be a load off your mind.
I wish I could be so sure. I do that.